tough loss on Friday, but you come back and have a sweep win on Thursday. You come back on Friday with a sweep win. Is this team quickly learning their own mistakes?
Well, I think we're fairly mature for as young as we are. We're still very young. Daryl Shank's the only senior that started last Friday against Pacific, but I think we're pretty mature for this early in the season. I say that, and Friday night we may get our ears boxed, you know. But I like the chemistry. I like the fact that we have some experience. We have a little size now in the middle, and we seem to be pretty athletic. And so right now we seem to be moving in the right direction.
In the Pacific matches, I mean, team from California, was that a better gauge of where your team is at?
Well, certainly better than the weekend before. We played New Jersey Institute of Technology, which is a program that's growing and developing, and so they weren't nearly as strong as Pacific. Pacific had a young man from Puerto Rico who was very good, libero, and a couple outsides who were very good, and they're a typical California team that play a lot of defense and serve well from the baseline, which is exactly what Ohio State will do on Friday. So it's a better gauge, and I was real concerned after Thursday when it was a match we could have won and we lost. But for us to come back and bounce back like we did on Friday, it's very encouraging.
And of course, Ohio State coming in, the biggest match of the season so far, very young season, but anytime Ohio State plays IPFW, it seems like it's always a big one.
Well, it certainly is for us. I don't know whether it would be for them or not. They have a number of kids returning also. They have a lot of seniors, actually. You know, they're expected to win our league and probably be our representative in the NCAA tournament. So this is a good test for our kids. And I like the fact that it comes early, because win or lose, we can really gauge where we're at and go from there. But it's pretty exciting for us to have them here right out of the gate. And hopefully we have a good crowd, and like we did last Friday, and our kids will be into it.
Did you just come down to you're basically sick of losing to Ohio State?
Yeah, we haven't beat them since 2007, as a matter of fact. I talked to the kids about that last night. You know, we need to get to the point where we got a little swagger back on our shoulder, or a little chip back on our shoulder, and not let them come in here and push us around.
What's that going to take for that to happen?
We have to handle their serve. They bring a lot of heat from the baseline, and they'll also play good defense. So if we handle their serve and it can make our offense diversified like it was last weekend, because we have some middle right now that we can use that we haven't had for a couple of years. So if we can do that and recognize the ball is going to come back because they're going to dig it and take care of it, I think it'll be okay.
And of course you got another match on Saturday, so it's another big weekend.
Yeah, that's Cardinal Stritch, a team out of Wisconsin that's coached by Dave Smidlin, my former assistant coach, and so that's kind of a favor to David. He's willing to come down every year and play, and so right now we're not thinking about them at all. We're just concerned about Ohio State and going from there.
And it obviously kicks off conference play, so want to get started off on the right foot, obviously.
Well, we certainly do. Need to make a statement here in regards to the maturity of our team and the fact that we can compete with those guys that the last 2 years have been up above us.